Sir, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Good luck. So, once again, a very warm good morning to one and all attending this class. There is a saying that every day is a day of opportunity, and we have to face many challenges to create those opportunities and get success. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to welcome a very eminent speaker, a very experienced speaker. Today we have for the session Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil. Sir, he is assistant professor, Sai LNCP, Trivandrum, Kerala. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, he is my colleague and a very kind-hearted gentleman. Before that, I'll introduce to our speaker. Let me welcome all the participants, all the other people, those who have in the session, on behalf of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Khelo India, Sport Authority of India, and on behalf of our principal, sir, Dr. G. Kishore, Sai LNCP Trivandrum, our course program coordinator, Madam Dr. Usha S. Nair, co-coordinator for the program, Mr. Sujit Panigiri, CEO 365, and on behalf of all my colleagues from Sai LNCP Trivandrum and my personal behalf, I, Dr. Naren Gangwar, would like to extend my heartiest welcome to each one of you. As we all know, it's a very tough time for us, and you might be very busy and you are taking out time to attend this program. We are really thankful and we are really welcome you all. Now, without further taking time, let me take this opportunity to introduce our very experienced speaker for the day, Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil, sir. He is working as assistant professor in Sport Authority of India, Lakshmi National College of Physical Education, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Sir is having 12-year experience as a teacher in Karnataka Education Department. He is specialized in sports training, discipline, and in sports judo and yoga. A professional qualified judo coach for NSNIS Patiala 2002. He has done diploma. He is a national medalist in judo and he was a Sai inmate in judo discipline. Sir has represented University of Bangalore in All India University several times. He has presented and published around 20 papers in different conferences and seminars. He is having another feather on his shoulder. As a judo coach, he has produced many national players for the state of Karnataka. Sir was the chief coach for Karnataka state judo team in senior and junior national championships. He was manager for Karnataka judo team in national games Chhattisgarh. Sir was tournament director for Navodaya CBSE nationals as well as JNYSN tournament director state judo championships at Karnataka, and very knowledgeable, very young and energetic speaker today we have with us. So ladies and gentlemen, without further taking more time, I would like to invite on behalf of everyone to our speaker, Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil sir, for the session. Sir, over to you, please.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Narendra Gangwar, sir. It's a great privilege granted by Sai LNCP as a resource person for this session. So I thank Ministry Youth Affairs and Sports, Sai LNCP, Khelo India, and our respected Dr. G. Kishore, sir, and coordinator and associate professor, Dr. Usha S. Nair. Because of their support only, we are able to perform these activities since from 3 months. So I thank them by heart. So I want to continue this session. So let me start this session. Sir, I'm going to share this PPT, please.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Please.
think this is clearly visible, I think.
Yes, sir.
Participants, once again, welcome for this beautiful session. Today I'm going to take a topic on community officiating general principles. First of all, I want to explain what is the role of a coach, how he behaves, as well as especially officials. So yes, as coach plays an important role in a player's life, same as it is, even officials on the ground, they play an equal role as a coach. So the game is never over, no matter what the scoreboard reads. Only when referee comes out, the game ends, and when referee enters, the game starts. Referees are the laws, they blow it through the whistles. That is the articulation of God's justice. They are equivalent to God only. They are the parents who control the players on the outside. In home, these players are controlled by parents. During a training, coach acts as an apparent, and on the field, that is official who acts as an apparent. He is the one gives an equal opportunities for every player without seeing a subject. He gives importance only for the objects. Objectivity is more important for him than the subject. He stands strong for the justice in all conditions. He manages the game and completes the game very successfully. These are the few qualities of an official. Let us start with the first slide. The purpose of a sports, I accept that the purpose of a sports is to win and a recreation, but the manner, what, how they win, that is very important. So as an official, reinforcing a right manner is very important. So the objective of an official and a player is very important. The objective to win, as well as the manner how they win it, that is very important for a player. So that is a part of an official to reinforce in a right manner to win their objectives or to achieve the highest performance in their life. You can see a small video here. Please understand the role of an player.
The wide men have found little space in this contest. It's not true of Olatico Chair at the moment, but certainly it's been true of the England team. Haven't seen that much of Hodger or Trevor Stephen. Maradona just walked away from Hoddle then. Valdano, Hodge and Maradona! They're appealing for offside. The ball came back off the foot of Steve Hodge, and Maradona gives Argentina the lead. The England players protesting to the referee. But the little man who started it by walking past Glenn Hoddle, that's where the ball came from Hodge. Maradona had continued the run forward, and the goal is given. At what point was he offside? Or was it a use of the hand that England are complaining about? The wide men have found little space in this contest. It's not true of Olatico Chair at the moment, but certainly it's been true of the England team. Haven't seen that much of Hodge or Trevor Stephen. Maradona just walked away from Hoddle then. Valdano, Hodge and Maradona! They're appealing for off the foot of Steve Hodge.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Participants, you have seen this small video here. This is the video, a soccer between Argentina and England. In this, a main player is Diego Maradona from Argentina. So here two aspects you have to check it. One is player side, another one is official side. When these goals happened, many objections were there that Maradona has utilized illegal means he has utilized his hands to make a goal, but that is not known to officials. So here a presence of official is very important here, one part, and another part is ethics of this game is also very important. Whether Maradona has followed this ethics or not, that is also very important. At the end, when Maradona was asked regarding this goal, he said that hands of God goal means indirectly is accepting that that was a goal which is done illegally without following the ethics of a soccer. So one part it is. So he has done maybe because of external pressure of a public or an official or for the success of their own team. That is a different matter. Here we are discussing only about the officials here. So what was the role of that official who was present there? So his role is that he has to be near to that place where the action is taken place. Presence of mind, that is also very important here. Keen observation is also very important. So here somewhere the error is occurred. So because of that error, decision was changed. So that was the part of an official. We may say that somewhere the official presence was required more in that situation. So what I feel is that, so we have to, as a human beings, everyone will make an error without an intention also. So correcting those things are very important. I hope through this session, you may understand the roles and responsibilities of an official here. Officiating. So why officiating is required, how it can be done, who will do it. So official is a person who successfully conducts the sports and games competitions. And in all competitions, he gives an equal opportunity for every individual.
Patil sir, excuse me, Patil sir.
Yeah.
That slide, I think it's still video slide, so I think you need to change that.
Okay, sir. Okay,
yeah,
sir.
Please, thank you.
Shall I share it once again? I'll stop sharing.
No, just click on that enter button. It will go to the next slide.
Now, is it okay now?
Not now, sir.
I will share it once again.
Yeah.
Sure. Better one.
Okay, sir.
Now is it okay, sir?
Yes, just make it full screen, sir, if possible.
That is full screen only.
Okay, sir, you can continue, sir. Continue.
Wait, sir, I will do it once again. Is it okay now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, participants, sorry for the small delay. I was discussing about this officiating. So why officiating and who will do this one? How they will do it? These 3 points. Official means the person who really able to conduct the competitions successfully, as well as sports also, and a person who gives an equal opportunity for every individual in the sports to win, and his decisions, whatever he takes, that is purely on the basis of objectivity, not on the basis of a subject. and how he will do it, all those things, how he can give an equal opportunity for every individual. That is by implementing the rules and regulations wherever it is essential. And supervision of those rules and regulations is also done by an official for the successful competition and sports. And who will do it? This one, this is a person who is supervised and who supervises. That person will do it, and that person is known as an official. Once again, a person who is supervised by a supervisor, that person is known as an official. And he can be in the form of a referee, umpire, or a judge, or in any other forms. He is a person who's totally a neutral one and with an absolute power, who takes a proper decisions, and he is a person who works within a framework of rules and regulations which is meant by the federations. So he is the official. And here, successful officiating, how it is possible and what will be the quality of an official. Let us understand the successful officiating, how it is possible. A few points are there, like as an official, he should be very thorough with the rules and regulations. He has to attend the conferences which is purely related to rules and regulations, and he has to gain a new knowledge which is there, which is framed day by day. He has to be very familiar with the changes which takes place in rules and regulations. And physical fitness, as equal as a player, even he need a good physical fitness. Especially the soccer is a beautiful game where even a official need a good fitness. He has to run up and down for up to 1.5 hours. Sometimes the players may take a rest, but as an official, he cannot take a rest. So this physical fitness as well as a posture is very important. When physical fitness is there, he can maintain the consistency while giving a decisions, and means especially under the condition of a fatigue also, he can give an decisions equally and without giving what I want to say is that his presence will be there nearby that situations only. So that is possible, only fitness is possible. Otherwise, he may depend on the assumptions. So that is very difficult. So officials, they should not depend on these assumptions, and they should not be far from the situation. They have to be very closer for the situation. That is only possible when physical fitness is there. And official should be a trained one and a certified and experienced one. How you will get an experience? First, only by training or by certification, he won't be able to get that experience. Whatever the knowledge he has gained through this training, he has to implement those things before this pre-game time. Means he has to involve in small competitions, and he has to apply all those knowledge what he has learned. Then only the experience comes. And the communication. As an official, he should be well thorough about the terminologies, and he has to communicate with the participants or with the referees or with the public in a polite manner as well as humble manner, and he has to use the terms which are purely related to a particular game. Because why particular things he has to utilize during a communication is that because everyone don't know English or a Hindi. So many all over the world, there are number of languages. So it's very difficult to communicate with them. But within a particular terminologies which is related to sports, they can communicate with that. And mechanics, understanding the mechanics of sports, mechanics, body mechanics of a person as well as an equipment is very important. So to be a good official or a successful official, he has to understand the mechanics of a body as well as the equipment. Example is the size of a ball, equipment, javelin size, aerodynamics. So all those things which are purely related to game, that he has to understand. Then only he can be a good successful officials. And technology savior. Nowadays, technologies are becoming very popular in sports activities, because through this, they can conduct these sports in a better manner, in a fair manner, and they can communicate properly with the players as well with the audience in a better manner. So he has to be very familiar with those technologies which are utilized in a particular game where he is. So understanding this technology is very important for the successful officiating, as well as next one is concerned to attitude. Attitude is an important thing for an officials, because when players are there, they will come inside the ground with different emotions. So here, whether they may win or they may lose. So while taking a decisions, while giving or implementing a rules and regulations, as an official, he should be very polite and humble. So he should not be harsh, which really affects the game. So attitude of an official is also very important for the successful officiating. Some of the qualities here mentioned here, important qualities: consistency. When a player and a referee enters the arena with full energy and a full fresh mind, at the end of that, he may not able to have that fresh mind or physical fitness level. Because of fatigue, the consistency may reduce. When consistency reduces, sometimes the referee may give a wrong decisions, error may happen. So they have to maintain this consistency for the whole session. To maintain this consistency, what he needed is that he has to be very, very fit, physically fit and mentally fit. So the quality of physical fitness and mental fitness helps him to maintain the consistency in the game. Even consistency doesn't mean it is omission of the rules and regulations also. When referees are fresh, they may apply the exact rules and regulations, as because of fatigue, somewhere they may not able to apply these rules and regulations properly because tiredness, fatigue will be there. So consistency, important thing here. And judgment should be on the basis of objective, not on the basis of subjectives. If they depend on subjectives, the errors may occur, because without seeing a player, without seeing the public, he has to give importance for the subjectives, means exact situations, what is there, on that basis only he has to give the decisions. So he should depend on objectives, and he has to understand the objective of the competition also. Sometimes competition, it is not only meant for the winning, it is also meant for the recreational purposes also. So while giving or while taking a decisions, referee should know the objective of a particular game, whether it is meant for recreational purpose or for the competitive, whether it is a serious one or a casual one. So they have to understand these things, and they have to understand who is playing there, whether a child is playing or an elderly person who is a LED is playing. So they have to give importance for the subjectives of the competitions. Objectives, sorry. Self-confidence and courage. This is a most important required quality. Under the pressure, under the stress, a referee may give a different types of decisions which may cause for an error also. So to prevent this one, he should be self-confident and courageous. When these two things are there, he will be able to give an impartial decisions on the ground. To give an impartial decisions, he should be more courageous. That is very, very important. Next is a calmness. Calmness in a stress or in an anxiety or in a fear or in an aggression conditions, if he takes any decisions, definitely there will be an error. So to avoid all those errors, he should be calm. When calmness is there in his mind, naturally he will take a right decisions in time. Fairness is also very important. So referees are equivalent to God they are. So God never gives an unfair things. So he gives only a fairness things. So who the person who is acting as an official, he should act very fairly. He should not see the subjects, he should see only the objects, situations. Politeness is also very important. Don't be harsh while taking a decisions. Try to be polite, try to communicate politely uh, with your subordinates as well as with the players also. Cooperation is very important. Alone, one official cannot organize or conduct the game. He needs number of officials. They may be in subordinates or he may be a boss. So whatever they are, you should have a proper understanding and proper cooperation of all those subordinates also. When cooperation understandings are there, then only a successful competition can be seen. Without this cooperation, it is not possible by an individual. A professionalism is also very important for an official. This is the quality. He has to be more professional. He should be in time with his proper dress codes. He has to implement all those rules and regulations professionally. Professionalism, he has to follow it. Emotional intelligence. Emotions plays not only in officials inside the mind, even inside the minds of the players also. So those who are very intelligent in the, especially officials, emotional intelligence capacity helps to prevent lot number of conflicts. So the person who is able to manage the emotions himself as well as the players, he can prevent lot of conflicts. Then appearance is very important. He has to follow a proper dress code which is mentioned by the rules and regulations of the federations, and he should look like an official only. Wherever he goes, he should be identified as an official by seeing the appearance only. Just by observation, they should say that he is an official. That is possible only by following the rules and regulations of the federations also. Attire and personal equipments means here dress code. I have said that attire, dress code is very important. How he appears, that is also important. Where he stands, how he behaves, all those things is a part of this appearance. And attire, the code, dress code is very important as per the rules and regulations, and he should maintain all those equipments in an attuned condition, which is most required for the competitions. And pose is the one, whatever the signals he shows us, that should be very clear cut. That should not keep the players in a confusion also. Clear cut signals, that should be posed. And attitude, I have told before also, attitude is a quality of an official also. He should be very polite while giving a decisions also. A trained and certified person, a qualified official is a trained, certified as well as experienced. Training is not sufficient, certificate is not sufficient. With this two, what he need is a regular practice and experience. Then only we can say he has a right quality of an official. Alone by having a certificate, qualified or a qualified official. So what he need is an experience and regular training. If these two things are not there, regular training as well as experience, then no use of a certificate also. Next slide. Responsibilities of officials. There are three responsibilities of an official. One is pre-game, before the competition, during the competition, and after the competition. Let us see these qualities or responsibilities also. Pre-game competitions. As an official, he should know the manual of rules and regulations. He should cover all those rules and regulations frequently, not only during a training or not only during the exams. During the competitions, before, he has to go through this rules and regulations frequently, and he has to attend a lot of conferences which is purely meant for the rules and regulations. That is very important. Next, he should arrive in time. On time, it is very important. He should arrive before and half an hour or 1 hour. It depends upon the officials. So as he arrives on time, he should discuss all the rules and regulations with the partners or fellow officials. With discussions, he has to check all the facilities which is needed, most needed for the to organize the competitions or to conduct the competitions. Like he should observe keenly, he should observe the equipments like the length. You can see a slide here. A referee is observing a line also. So those things, lane and line, these two things are totally a different one. So these things they have to observe. With that, he has to check all the technology which is available, which is used during the competitions. Especially maybe electronic goods will be in good condition only, but battery backup is very important for those things. So he has to check those things also, with whether a battery is in good condition with a charged one. And as he enters as a supervisor, as an official, he should introduce himself with other fellow officials also, because when introduction is there, lot of confusions will go away and they will come for an one understanding. Only unity, cooperation and understanding, these are the three things which helps an official to conduct the competitions very, very successfully. With that, he has to go through all the score sheets which is most needed for those things, for the competitions. See here, if he is not doing these responsibilities, inspecting things on the ground, a small needle will hamper a sportsman's career. So to prevent all those facilities, especially track and field, sometimes some players they run barefoot. If a small needle or a nail is there on the ground, then definitely the whole year effort will go in vain. To prevent that, he has to go through all those facilities and he has to check all the errors if it is there, and he has to correct all those things before the competitions. Otherwise, official will be the main responsible person to lose or spoil the career of a sportsman. So pre-game preparation is must. He has to check score sheets, electronical things. He has to be in time, has to discuss with a proper inspection. During competition, a small video is there. You can check it here itself. participants, you have seen this beautiful video. It's very interesting how these players utilize the situations for their own benefits. They use a lot of tactics. So regarding this, during a competition, officials should be more alert whether really it is a tactics or really they are utilizing a disadvantages for their benefits. So they have to see all those things. So as for this, during some responsibilities are there as an official during this conditions also. Indifferent and impartial. As an official, try to be indifferent and impartial. Be one and the same for every players. So neutrality, maintaining a neutrality will help him uh, to be an impartial person also. So impartial persons gives an right decisions. And once again, I am saying try to be near the situations and be more important, give importance for this objectives only. Maintain a good wide field of a vision. So here vision is also very important. I have told that every time be closer to the situations and we keep all those action and movements in front of you. Vision is very important. Suppose an official is facing any eyesight problems, he has to curate those things, and so eyesight problems may hamper the success of competitions. So give importance for your eyes also. In case any problems are there, try to utilize the specs also. Read game situations. So you have seen number of situations are there where players try to utilize it for their own advantages. So so by seeing those situations, you cannot give a decisions as per the choice of a player. So which one is a logical one, which one is the right one, you have to implement those things only. Maintain uh, game situations. What you have to do here, what that is, you have to see actually by the player what he is doing, whether it is a right or a wrong. All those things you have to check it, whether it is a genuine case or what. How much time is on the clock. So when he starts the competition, he has to observe the timing also, what time these things are happening. And because to win, what they will do, they will take the disadvantage for the support, or they will take a situation for their own advantages. So what time they are doing it, that is also very only when competitions are adjust to the situations. As per the situation, even referees should adjust. And but adjustment means no compromise with rules and regulations. Only with the environment they may adjust. And alertness is very important. He has to give 100% alertness. He has to be on the ground, not physically, mentally also. Sometimes physically they will be there, but for few minutes the mental absence will be there, so the errors may take place. So with physical, even his mental presence is very important, then alertness will be there. Next one is a protection from injuries. First of all, he should protect the players, especially rules and regulations also meant for these things only. Protection from injuries and playing safely. These rules and regulations are meant. So he has to protect the players through rules and regulations, as well as himself. He has to take care from the injuries also. Uniformity in decisions. This is also very important. When a game starts, because of his fresh mind and fresh energy, he may give right decisions. But as this game prolongs for a longer time, because of fatigue, he may take an unwanted decisions also. So what I am saying that be fit and try to give a uniform decisions. Uniform decisions only he can give only when he is fit mentally and physically, without seeing a subjects. If he comes under the pressure of an audience also, he may give the decisions in a different manner. That won't be a uniform one. So avoid all those situations which creates a person to take an unwanted decisions. So to maintain a decisions, avoid unwanted pressure from the public or from the players also. So maintain a uniform decisions for the whole session of this competition. Uninterrupted free flow of the game. Just because of knowing rules and regulations, you cannot interrupt the players. Some officials have a habit, suddenly they will blow the whistle without a reason also. For small things, you cannot whistle it. Example is if a lace is not tied, by seeing the lace, you cannot whistle and you cannot stop the game. This is a small things will be there, interruptions will be there, but you should not stop this game flow. Only for the genuine reasons one can stop this game. Conscious about a positional players also, especially games like a football or a rugby or a hockey. Positions are very important for the players. So for the successful of competition, during a competition, as an official, he should know the position of the players, whether who is a goalkeeper, who is a forwarder, who is a midfielder, who is a defender or an attacker. So all those things he should be very clear, and his positions also, offline positions, especially in football. So that those things he has to be very clear. So then only he can competition in a better manner. Utilizing the visual, should utilize the visual unnecessarily game also. And field movements is very important. He should not stay at one place. Then what happens? Error may occur. So what I before also have said that he has to be very closer to the situations only. He has to move with the player as much as possible. So when he is closer to the situation, then he can take right decisions without any assumptions. Body languages also, he has to show a right body languages. That is also very important of an officials. So creating a goodwill is also very important. Whatever, while giving a decisions, give it politely, and you see that one, the decisions whatever you are giving, that should not demotivate the other players also. So as per the rule, what is there, you have to give it your body movements. All those things should create a good positive environment rather than creating a negative environment on the field or on the minds of a player also. Next, taking a support of a technology is very important. Now technology is everywhere. Different types of technologies are utilized in different games. So you have to take a assistance of a technology. Before that, to take a assistance as an official, he should be very clear about the technologies, knowledgeable one, and he should know how to operate those things in a right manner. So, and a placement of a technology also, where it is placed. So especially you can see one thing, placement where it is outside, it is not with inside the football arena. So it is totally outside it is. So even sometime a technology is there between the four walls. So those things he has to be very familiar where these things are placed, how it operates, and how he can utilize those things. So that he has to be very clear about these technologies. Then only a successful official can be seen. These things are within during the competitions only. Technology to assist. There are number of technologies I have said. Here also few technologies are there, which one you can see here, like the Hawkeyes. You may say it as a bird view, especially in cricket or in football or in a team game. Especially they utilize this Hawkeyes. Observation is done from top, and a video referee is also there. So video conferences, they can do it through video also, they can communicate, they can observe the situations also, and the third umpire decisions can be taken here. Instant replay and control systems. You have seen in the previous slide, there is a control room. Through that, a reply can be given, again that can be played and the exact situation can be understood, so that that will be very helpful for the officials, those who are there on the ground, to take a right decisions. Photo finish is the most important thing in athletics. So this is also a technology, because milliseconds are there to declare who is a winner and who is a loser. So that decisions cannot be taken by any human being. It's very difficult. So taking a help of, or taking a assistance of this technology, photo finish, it is very helpful in an athletic competitions. Sneakometers, this is also an equipment which are utilized in sports activities. And umpire decisions review systems also. So it is same like a review it is. The whatever the situations has happened, that can be reviewed again and again through videos only. The captured video can be analyzed again and again, and proper decisions can be taken. Electronic line judge, especially in racket games, they may utilize these type of systems, electronic line judges. So even error may happen, because may happen from an official who acts as a line umpire. So those errors can be avoided by this line judges, electronic line judge. A goal line technology, it is utilized in football, especially. It is very clear to understand whether a goal has happened or what. So that through this technology, it is very helpful. So taking assistance of these things are very important in football. Radio frequency identification through chips also, especially in this soccer Olympics before past one, you can see that even in football also, small microchips are kept inserted in that football. So wherever the ball moves, even cameras also fixed in that football. Wherever the ball moves, it is very clear, and it is easy to take decisions. It prevents lot of errors also. So even this modern things are coming, radio frequency identification, sports specific gadgets in aquatics, or in combat games like the fencing. They are totally depend on this electronic goods uh, for their assistance. Even in aquatics also, water games, swimming especially, they utilize these sports specific gadgets to take the decisions in a better proper manner. Next is after a game. After game also, some responsibilities are left with an official. Only as he finishes, as he ends the game, that is not sufficient, and that is not enough also. Still work is half done. So as an official, at the end, he has to congratulate every players, those who are winners, and those who are losers. For them, he has to wish them for the next success, and try to sign all the scoreboards. Sign signature is very important, so it gives a clear authenticity also. So with that, he has to keep one record of those things with him also. Additional records he has to keep it, and cooperate during a protest also. Why these additional things are required is that sometimes after the end of the game also, protest will be there. So during that time, the records whatever he has, that will help him a lot. So he has to cooperate with the protest and provide all the documents which is available with him to solve those protests or to solve those problems. And doping is a major problem which occurs in every game, whether especially in combat games or in athletics also, or in swimming. Most of games these problems are there. So from international agencies also, they prevent all those things. During this time also, as an official, he should play a vital role, and he should provide all the relevant documents which is needed for this while dealing with this doping problems, especially when player fails to appear, or when a player fails to have a positive or a negative doping. So that time he should be with all his documents to produce. So documents are very important. He has to sign. He has to keep an one fair copy with him, and he should utilize all those things whenever it is required. Practice tips for effective and successful officiating. How officiating can be very successful. Few qualities are here and behaviors are here which official has to follow these things. Communicate with participants and coaches. Main responsibility of a referee is he has to communicate with everyone on the ground. Maybe a coach or a fellow officials or a volunteers or judges or spectators or organizers. So many people are there. So needed for communication. First of all is the voice. Communicate decision and ruling while taking a decisions, while explaining the rules and regulations. He has to utilize his voice. So voice is the best means to communicate and to implement the rules and regulations. And equipment like whistle also. Communicating to participant to do something. So sometimes what happens, wherever a player goes, sometimes an official may not able to go there, but to control him, what he can do is, instead of using a voice, he should use the whistle. Especially most of games they utilize a whistle, where arena is so big. In combat games, especially where space is very less, there they may use a voice to communicate. But when a big ground like 100 into 80 meters are there, then it is yards are there, then especially like football or a rugby, it is difficult to use a voice to communicate. So only way to communicate is a whistle. If players are very far, they can be controlled through this whistles. And indications also, communicating a decisions on non-verbal things. Sometimes it's very difficult to utilize the voice also. Language problem may arise. So one of the best means is that indicators, especially in football, you can see a yellow or a red or different types of cards will be there. So that can be utilized as an indicators, or a flags they may utilize as an indicators. So without a whistle, without a voice, a non-verbal communication can be done with these indicators. And body language, so communicating a feeling and emotions. While communicating concern to an feeling and emotions, he should use a body language. So some essential points which is related to communication is he should have a clear voice. Whatever he is communicating, that should be very clear for this audience as well as for the participants. Appropriate chosen words. He should use a proper terminologies which is very familiar with, for the players and for the audience. That prevents a lot of confusion also. And whatever the decision he takes, he should face the player and he has to take a firm decisions. Not in a dilemma, not or in any confusion. Not here and there. You just otherwise, sorry, not opponent. You convey the messages. So language. Another one is a sufficient strength is needed in your voice to communicate or convey the messages. If sufficient voice is not there, then errors may happen or confusion may happen or players will be in dilemma. So a strong voice is required to convey the messages also. So these are the important things which is required for an official to communicate, especially voice, whistle, indicators, body languages. Decision-making capabilities. So he has to develop the capabilities to take a decisions also. So nowadays, even technology is coming up, which is so helpful to take a decisions also. But still what I am saying, so depending more on technology is not helpful. So remaining other qualities he has to develop, which is mentioned here, especially observe keenly. As like a technology, even you should observe the situations very keenly. So for that, you have to be very closer, and you have to mentally and physically be at the situations only. Your presence of mind is very important to observe it. If presence of mind is not there, then it is very difficult to observe. And experience. To take a proper decisions, you should have a past experience. The person who is having a good experience, he is also good in taking a decisions also. So where you will get this? Only by participating in different competitions and officiating different competitions. Only if you are sticking on to an international level, then you will not get an experience. You have to participate as an official at the bottom level in a local level competitions also. Know the rules thoroughly. I've said in the first and second slide also that you have to be more thorough about this rules and regulations. You attend the conferences, gain a knowledge, implement those things, and frequently gaining a knowledge is also very important. Manuals are there. You have to go through this manuals regularly. And terminologies cannot be one and the same in every sports, but cricket may be a different, or football it may be a different, combat breaks it may be a different one. So the terminologies which is related to a particular game, so those term he has to be more thorough about those terminologies. So when you are thorough about the terminologies, it's very easy to take the decisions. There will be no confusion between the player and the officials. Mastery over signals. Giving signal is also very important. He may utilize the flag, or he may utilize his own body, especially volleyball. Smashing, taking a dish, you can see that even they use the, especially they use limbs to take the decisions. So mastery over the decision is also very important. Suppose one example in cricket I can give here. Four is exactly up to a 90-degree angle. Six is totally the referee will raise both his hands upward towards the sky. So small changes also, what happens? Players may get confused whether it is out or a six. So he has to raise both hands, and for out only has to raise only one hand. So all those things, all those signals, he has to be very familiar and clear about the nature of sports. He has to be very clear whether, especially cricket means, whether it is a test match or 50-50 or a 20-20, or up to what hours it will continue, or 1.5, or for a whole day it will continue. Nature, especially whether it is an aquatic game or a field game, or any other automobile activities. So though even car races are there. So understanding the nature of this sports is very important. Then it is very helpful. Rhythm and tempo. What I have said that this rhythm and tempo has to be flown very softly for the whole session. Rhythm and tempo should not change. So consistency is required in this rhythm and tempo. Official, he can anticipate the situation which is going to occur. So if it is dangerous situations, or he can avoid all those dangerous situations with anticipation sometimes. So because of his experience, even he can tackle all those misdeeds, mischievous things which is done by a player to take an advantage. So all those things can be anticipated. So that quality is needed to take a proper decisions. Proximity is also very important here. uh, Nearness in a space where he has to be very closer, and he has to be more related, he has to be more informative about time and relations also. So that also, by maintaining a proper relations with their officials or with their subordinates, he can give a proper decisions, or he can take a proper decisions also. Interdependence on fellow officials, I have told that Alone he cannot take a decisions. He need a support of his fellows. So proper understanding is also needed. So when understanding cooperation is there, naturally everyone can take a proper decision for the success of a competition. Focusing is also very important as an official. So what he need, presence of mind is needed to focus. So when he focuses for any particular situations, then only exact the thing what has happened will come to know and he can take a proper decisions. These, like, there are number of qualities which is mentioned around love, and it is very less, still some more are there. So these are a few examples. Need to manage the conflicts. As an official on the ground, he has, when competitions are equal, there are two things. One is reducing the conflicts, another one is settlement of a conflicts. Again, in reducing, two things are there. How he can reduce it. One is through internal factors, another one is through an external factors. Internal factors are those qualities which is there within you only or within an official, like mental status, timely behaviors, ready for unexpected things. Sometimes natural it is. You cannot imagine suddenly unexpected situations may arise. For that, he has to be very, very ready. And sometimes many will criticize for your decisions, what you have taken. Sometimes uh, the audience may criticize or officials may criticize, but still you have to stick on to your decisions and try to ignore all the criticisms which has taken place. And self control is also very important. When criticism takes place, naturally even your emotions are disturbed, but you should not, you need is a self control is very important, and try to find reliability as much as possible. You give importance for realities, truth and fairness only. Be impartial. So all those things especially reduces the conflicts before it arises. If you can stop all those things before only, after arising it is very difficult to stop, but you can stop those things before, or you can reduce the conflicts with your vast experience. And external factors, appearance and presence of mind, and assertiveness and indifference. Appearance is also very important, how you present in front of that conflicts, one thing. And next one is presence of mind. If your presence of mind is there, then it is very easy to take a decisions. When your decisions are right, naturally conflicts also reduces. And assertiveness also, social skills. Especially you should have a social skill, not only the skill of officiating, even you should be a master of a social skills also. How to communicate with the public, or how to communicate with the players. So that is very important. Avoid all those indifference things. Don't indifferent means try to be indifferent, and don't be a partial one. So neutrality is very important. This really avoids the conflicts. Settlement of conflicts. Yes, sometimes conflicts may arise, but that can be settled in a better manner. Rational level thinking. You have to take a decisions on the basis of a reason, on the basis of a logical things only. When your presence of mind is there, when your mental status in a right conditions, then with your experience you can take a rational level decisions also. Like, while taking a decisions, inquiry from all corners is very important. Alone you should not take it. Other subordinates are there, technology is there, you have to utilize their help, and you have to take right decisions. So that prevents a lot of conflicts. Language and body languages also, how you behave. If you are behaving harsh, if you are utilizing harsh words, then the conflicts may increase. So politeness, humbleness, all those things naturally reduces the conflicts, and you can settle those things in a better manner. Observing silence and humor. If conflicts are there, before taking a decisions, before settling a decision, understanding these things are very important. Before you take a decision, just you observe what has happened silently. When you observe, naturally you will get a proper answer for those problems, and you can solve it also. Practical level is also very important. Critically observe, avoid proximity with anyone, speak firmly. Whatever the decisions you take, you have to speak very firmly. Avoid proximities also. Proximity means necessary space which is there, that you have to avoid. A space which gives uh, birth for a conflict, those things you have to avoid. That one. Then a critical observation is very important. What I have said before also, observation you have to take a decisions, you have to observe it, avoid proximities, and while taking a decision, take it firmly without any dilemmas. Written reports, written reports, as a competition ends, then still some more work is left for these officials. One is writing a report is an important thing, and communication, and whatever the message you are giving, that should be in a written form, in the form of score sheets also, or in the form of a letter. So information and feedbacks to a wider range of people in the sports environment. You can, the report whatever you are giving, that should be an you have to give those things in an honest manner, and you should cover all those things which is around you behavior, even it includes the behavior of an spectators also, and given a feedback from the audience also, and collect the feedbacks from the audience also. Have an important task of many officials is to complete a report after the competitions. Important task, I told, writing a report is also very important. Writing a report is important, and reporting those things to main authority is also very important. So while writing a report, ensure that you should write all those things with an honesty, with respectful, then trustworthy. The true thing you have to write it. Then integrity in report delivery also. So all the contents you have to integrate. You should not be narrow-minded only towards the advantages. You have to see the disadvantage which were there during that competitions also. So in a report, you should include all those points. Sometimes it may not favor you also, but still what I am saying, if it is found, you have to report. Reporting is also very important. After reporting, try to have a copy of that with you, because it is more helpful for you in the future also. Behavioral aspects, officiate according to the rules, and where objective judgment is necessary, decide on the basis of what is fair to all athletes. Try to give importance for an objective one, not for the subjective one. So subjective means by seeing the players. No, the person who gives by seeing the subject, definitely he will take a wrong decisions. He will not give an equal opportunities for others. He will snub the career and future of the others also. So don't give on the basis of subject. You should give on the basis of objective judgments. Try to give a fair decisions which is worthful for all athletes. Don't see only one athlete, which is fair for all athletes. You have to take that decisions only. For that, what is needed? Be impartial, be neutral, be impartial while taking decisions. Be consistent many times I have told that consistency depends upon your presence of mind and on your physical and mental fitness. Consistency is needed. Otherwise, again, you will do an unfair thing for the other team, whichever it may be. Then objectives and courtesies when making decisions. Objective while taking, yeah, I told that you have to give importance for objectivity only, and courteous means here you have to be more polite while taking a decisions also, and with respectful the decisions what you deliver, that should be also a respectful one, and avoid any situation which may be perceived as a conflict of interest. Yeah, this is also revealed that avoid, it is in official hand that to conduct this competition successfully. So when conflicts arises, he has to stop it. So he can prevent these conflicts before only. So by experience, by his attitudes, by his social skills, by his rules and regulation knowledge, by taking the help of this technology, he can stop this conflicts also. Accept responsibilities for all actions. You whatever the action you have taken, you take the responsibilities also on that. In case any mistakes are there, then accept it and you can correct it. Emphasize the spirit of competition rather than the errors. Give importance for the sportsman's spirits rather than for your errors. If errors are happened, I have told you that you accept it. It is not only for players, it is also for the officials also. Sportsman's spirit is meant for both, not for one person. Do not over officiate. Sometimes these officials with a vast knowledge, they will try to officiate and they want to show it what they are. That is not good enough. So what is required, that much officiating is sufficient. Too much is too bad and it will spoil the interest of that sports also. Unnecessary interrupting sports is not good enough. So what I have said, neutrality is very important also. Ensure that your behavior and commitments are always positive and supportive. As an official, the players, those who are playing, are not your team. They are not yours. You are a neutral person, same like a god. So both players are one and the same for you. So you should show a positive attitude towards them. Whether he is a winner or a loser, you have to support them. Keep up to date with the latest trends in officiating. Latest trends are there, follow the rules and regulations, follow the principles of this officiating also, especially ethics. So following the ethics, you have to. One example concerned to ethics is that first slide I have told about Maradona. Good example, that is a negative, I can say that one. It is not a satisfiable thing for ethics. But in India, legends are like Kapil Dev or Tendulkar. In some situation, when officials are in dilemma to take decisions, they will walk over from that place by accepting their failures. That is very important. They will accept the things what has happened, even though if officials are not known, then also they will come out of that place. That is the real ethics. So that has to be followed in every game. Sometimes the players they will not follow, but it is a duty of an official to solve those things and try to make the players to follow this ethics. So first slide I have said that winning is important, but how they win, that is also very important here. The manner they have to win, that is also important, and that has to be reinforced by the officials only. Official can reinforce how to win, a manner how they have to win. That is a part of an official also. With this, I'm going to conclude this presentation. Possesses right, what we have covered here is that possesses right skill and attitude to perform pre-game, during game and post-game responsibilities. I have said about these things. as an official, what he has to do, like during a pre-game, during, as well as a past game responsibilities. Act like a neutral person. As an official, how he should be, that is also explained. A neutral person and give decision within the framework of rules only, not on the basis of assumptions, on the basis of rules and regulations within the framework of rules. Communicate effectively and objectively, has ability to take a decision under pressure, manage conflicts well, and ethical, fair and upright and tactful. So these things which were explained, I hope all those which I have explained that will be implemented uh, in your future career. Now I request Dr. Narendra sir to take over this session.
Thank you so much, Patil sir. It was really a great session, and you have made things very clear to the participants. Thank you so much, and I would like to congratulate you for a successful session. And as you have a lot of experience in officiating and coaching, and you have made with the topic very simple and to the participants' need with the live examples that experience you have. So thank you once again and congratulate.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, here I would like to request all the participants, if you have any question, any queries to be discussed with our expert, you can write in question answer section and we'll take your questions. Before that, Patil sir, there is one question that,
Yeah, please now.
yes, yes. So somebody has shared his experience, like his personal experience, like he has seen in many competitions, like taekwondo competitions, that unfair decision has been taken by the officials, or referees or judges in India. So how we can correct those things, or how we can educate to people in this regard? If you can suggest something, will be better. Thank you.
Sir, rules are there. Already rules and regulations are meant. That has to be followed. We are humans. So rules can be manipulated. So they have to stick on to the principles of this officiating. So I have said that one. So these things can be misutilized by anyone. So by principle, if they follow this principles, many things can be avoided, and sometimes by utilizing the technological assistance, these type of mischievous things can be avoided. The errors which happens through these officials, that can be avoided. One is manipulation, they have to stop it. The manipulation of rules and regulations, that can be done by anyone. So up to some extent, by following the ethics of this officiating and the principles of officiating, they can avoid all those errors which has taken place. And one thing is that now many more technologies are coming. Small cameras are coming. They can take a video, they can analyze it. So wherever errors takes place, there they can utilize these things. So sometimes errors happens because of officials. So errors may be corrected, but intentions it's very difficult to correct. So to change that intention, you can take assistance of a technology also.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for your reply.
Thank you.
Yes. So participants, you can ask your questions. You can even write in chat box as well. Okay. Meanwhile, Patil sir, sometime it was observed, like to promote in young players, in so some official or some they they support to support those young players. Sometime unintentionally also it happens, like unfair with some athletes. So how we can control those things also? The education is there, people knows, but sometimes to just to support to get a place in the team, or sometimes what happens to win that, to make the team champion also, that.
They are doing it.
Yes, yes.
Sir, what I am going to say is that ethics are very important in sports. So Olympic motto is there. Participation is very important than winning. So if they believe in this, they can prevent all such errors also. So they may favor one person, yeah, but what about other person? Even his life is very important. So as an officials, he is equivalent to God. God is, I've said many times that referees, judges are equivalent to God only because they are the people who give a right decisions. The belief is that. He has to, whatever it is, he has to be neutral only. So still those problems are coming up, like they are utilizing, they are manipulating the rules and regulations for one advantage. So there they may utilize this technology by implementing strict rules and regulations. They can avoid these type of things. Yeah, it is there. They utilize these rules and regulations, but if participants as well as audience, if they are very thorough about rules and regulations, that can be stopped. Why they are manipulating these rules and regulations? Because some rules are not unknown. It is not known. It is not known to the participants as well as for the audience also. That's why they utilize those rules and regulations, misutilize. So if it is known to even for the audience also, means then most of these things can be avoided.
Right.
Finally, it is that I feel that ethics plays a very important role.
Yes, thank you, Patil sir. So before we have another question, just one thing I just wanted to ask or discuss with you, sir. Sometimes what happens, sir, that education of players regarding the rules and all, or that is also important, or would you like to spotlight those things also? That
Yes, yes.
office. Uh,
Sir, you said about that manipulating of rules and regulations. They may favor another player. So why these things are happening? Because the player knows how to play, but regarding rules and regulation, he has to very very educated. Education is must concerned to rules and regulations. Then only their future can be saved. The career can be saved. So as a player, they have to educate not only in the field, like especially skills are there. They are very strong enough in that. What about rules? So they may fail in rules, implementing the rules and regulations also. He may be a good uh, a striker or a defender or a goalkeeper, but if he doesn't know about the rules and regulation, if he is not educated, then he may fail to implement those things during the competitions. For the success of a competition, not only skills, not only tactics, not only strategies, he should be very thorough with the rules and regulations. Education is must for this players. So
okay. Thank you, sir, for your answer.
thank you, sir. Hello. Hello. Hari.
Yes, sir.
Sir is not audible.
No, network
Yeah.
is slow.
So, Patil sir, if hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if we remember one situation when Sachin was out in one match and
Ah,
referee has not given, and he went out the field.
yeah.
So that is what, because of education, because of moral. That,
Yes. Moral
and
wisdom. What you have said, right, sir. I told that one also. But when I compared these two competitions, one was Maradona's and another one is Indian one. So I'm not focusing on a game here. I'm focusing towards the situations only here, not even players also. Yeah, what you have said, correct. It is. When the same type of situation when it is faced by an Sachin Tendulkar, when official was not able to take the decision because of dilemma, so he came out of from that cricket pitch. So it means he has followed that cricket ethics. or you may say not only cricket ethics, that is the human ethics. So that is needed for our players also. That is the Olympic motto also.
Yes.
How they win, that is very important.
Yes, thank you, sir. Just I would like to have your views on. There is a saying in our sports scenario actually. जिसका फील्ड उसका शील्ड. हम लोगों ने सुनते आ रहे हैं, हम बचपन से जब हम लोग भी खेलते थे और अभी भी चल रहा है. सर, वी आर टॉकिंग ऑन दैट टॉपिक, ethics and general principles. What is your views on that, sir?
मतलब जिसका शील्ड उसी का फील्ड.
जिसका फील्ड उसका शील्ड, ऐसा बहुत जगह सुना गया है और हम लोग एज ए स्पोर्ट्स फ्रेटर्निटी वी सपोर्ट आल्सो दैट थिंग. तो आप व्हाट इज योर व्यूज ऑन दैट, सर?
एज ए ऑफिशियल दूं या एज ए कोच दूं, सर?
सर, बोथ साइड. We will be very thankful, and I'm sure that our participant will be very thankful that if you will reply in both ways.
Sir, as an official, what I feel is that will not apply. जिसका दिल में जोश है उसका ही होना चाहिए शील्ड. जो अंत तक who will fight in a right manner, that too without losing these principles and ethics. Who fights, success should be his only. There is no chance for any hook or crook things here. So what I say that follow right principles and win the game. So अब जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं ना, जिसका फील्ड उसी का शील्ड. जिसका फील्ड उसी का शील्ड, ठीक है. जिसका शील्ड उसी का फील्ड, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. जो पहले जीता हो फिर वही जीतना बोल के कहीं रूल्स में नहीं है. जो मेहनत करता है उसी को वो फील्ड और शील्ड है. जो मेहनत नहीं करता उसको शील्ड भी नहीं है और फील्ड भी नहीं है.
राइट सर, राइट.
वो I feel that was very hard work. Those who work hard, for them only field and shield. So you can add that one. Those who work hard, for them shield and field.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, sir, for your experience, thoughts on that saying actually. बहुत बार सुना भी है, हम लोग सुनते हैं इस चीज को. Thank you, Patil sir.
One point is that जिसका field है, मतलब जो मेहनत करता है, who dominates on the field, the shield is for him only. जिसके पास शील्ड है वही फील्ड में जीतेगा, ये गलत है.
Okay, sir. There's one question from our participant, Mr. M. Ravi, that official changed the timing of the match to complete them. How to manage such situations?
Can you repeat this one, sir?
Sir, officials change the timing of the match to complete them. How to manage such situations?
Sir, sometimes I know that one. They take advantage of officials also. Sometimes to favor one team, they may take the advantage of timing also. Best thing is electronic boards. Bigger electronic boards are there, which is visible for the players and for the spectators also. Such type of things clearly avoids a person to take advantage of a time also, because it is visible for everyone. It's very difficult when they hold in their hand stopwatches. Sometimes they may utilize those things, but by using the sensors, photo finish technologies in athletics, and by within a big banner of time, then that can be prevented, sir. You may, like in athletics also, they may take advantage of stopwatches, but photo finish, that will prevent those taking advantages, and especially bigger watch stopwatches, which can be which is visible for both. That really prevents this problem. I hope this is satisfiable, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll take a last question. There are a lot of questions as we have time limitation. So I'll take the last question. Our participant, Mr. Arvind Upadhyay ji. The question is, Sir, do you think more involvement of the technology in officiating reduce the job and autonomy of umpire for interpretation of laws and regulation of the game? So there are two questions. Involvement of more technology in officiating first reduce the job opportunity, job and autonomy of umpire for interpretation of laws and regulation of the game. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, yeah. One thing is that there is an advantage also. Another one is disadvantages also. So what do you want? That is very important. Clear, fair game is needed. Then you have to implement technologies also, because sometimes what happens, we cannot trust. When trust is not there, then you have to depend on technology only. If you are trusting, then there is an option for job also. So they are worried about jobs also. When technology is there, then that will reduce. Yes, that is obviously. But you can be a producer of that technology. Again, that job options increases. Correct. They are saying that
Yes.
because of technology, producer or a supplier or a marketing person for that technology, again job options increases. So you have to find another way only. Naturally that हो जाता, जो भी काम है एक ही कर सकता, दूसरे क्या करेंगे बोले तो क्या, तो एक डिसएडवांटेज है. पर for the successful of competition, to trust the officials, you need a technology. One thing. And those who are unemployed, they may focus towards other type of jobs which is closely related technology, like one is production, marketing, supply, publicities. Even these are the other options where they can be they can opt employment. They will be in sports field, then they can opt this type of things also.
Thank you so much, sir, for replying the answer wonderfully. Sir, before we wind up, any message from your side to our participants?
So, I feel is that whatever I have said purely concerned with a few important information. Apart from that, many informations are there. So only by participation or by attending the rules or any conferences, they can gain lot of knowledge. Then only, so you are saying that unfair things are happening, whether you are thoroughly, you have thorough about rules and regulation knowledge, so they have to be more thorough about these things, then most of errors can be prevented. So I hope that whatever I said, that definitely they will implement in their institutions.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now, yes, on behalf of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Hello India, Sport Authority of India, and on behalf of our principal, sir, Dr. G. Kishore, Sai LNCP Trivandrum, our course coordinator, Madam Dr. Usha S. Nair, Associate Professor, Sai LNCP Trivandrum, our program co-coordinator, Mr. Sujit Panigiri, CEO, Fitness 365, and on behalf of my colleague from Sai LNCP and my personal behalf, I would like to thank to you, sir, for the wonderful session and taking out time and giving a lot of examples that makes it really sensible. Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeev S. Patil, sir, for being with us and sharing your knowledge and experience. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would.
Sir, from my side also, I thank all the people, especially our respected principals, Dr. G. Kishore sir, and Dr. Usha S. Naya madam, then Sujit Panigrahi, and I thank you, Narendra sir, for valuable presence as a moderator, and co-moderators are there. Then even many people are working behind the screen, like Hariharan is there, then Pranesh is there, then Jaipal is there. So on from my side, from my I thank all these people for the privilege given to me to be in this session as a resource person. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Patil sir, and special thanks to our all the participants, those who are attending this program, because without you, it's not going to a successful one. You are taking out time attending the regular classes, so thank you for your time and your cooperation, and we are really glad for that. Thank you all the participants, and evening we have our session, international expert talks at 5 o'clock. Do try to attend those classes, and we request each one of you. Thank you once again, and we'll see you in the next session. Thank you each one of you. Thank you.